Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? I am super duper excited. And of course, I'm fangirling because Yahrah St. John is hanging out with us here at the cafe. And y'all already know Yahrah is no stranger. Y'all know we are super fans of Yahrah St. John. So we're super duper excited. And of course, you already know what to do. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because Yahrah St. John is hanging out. And guys, it's her new one, hot off the press, growing toe to toe. And as you can see, Yahrah and we are matching the book cover because that is such a thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And of course, guys, we are just so excited about having Yahrah here with us here on today. And Yahrah has had some amazing things to happen since the last time she's been at the cafe. She's had a momentous birthday. She's been traveling, all of that good stuff. And we just want to tell you before I allow her to tell us a little bit about herself. But Yahrah St. John, she is not just an author, guys. She's just a symbol of ambition and resilience. Yes, she is a Chicago native near Orlando based. Okay, Yahrah, I see. She's an award-winning romance writer of 49 published books with a career spanning 20 years. Oh my goodness, Yahrah, I love it. Her books is filled with tension and sensuality and drawn from a well of personal strength, have earned her accolades and a loyal readership. Yes, guys, y'all know we are super fans. And Yahrah, she already knows she holds the title of one of her books that I've had the longest book hangover. Oh my goodness, Consequences of Passion. I still have a book hangover. And Yahrah, how many years ago was that? And
I know that was several years ago.
I love it. I'll be like, you know what? That book is the book hangover of book hangovers as well. And of course, guys, y'all know that she loves to travel. She's a worldwide traveler as well. But Yahrah, anything that I missed, my friend, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, everybody. Good to be back on at the cafe. It's been a little bit, so I'm excited to be here. But yeah, 50 this last year was a momentous year for me. I turned 50, and I decided to just kind of take on the world. I went to Dubai. I went to South Africa for 2 weeks and walked with lions and jumped off the Zambezi Gorge.
Oh, wow. Go Yahrah. Talk about exploring and having a good time.
So gone on cruises. Yeah, I've just really, the hubby and I have been living it up. We both know, you got to live each day, like it's the last. So just been really enjoying it. And just wrapping up 6 gems. I feel like I've been writing this series for several years. I came up with the idea back in 2021 and now, finally to have the 5th book here and the 6th coming out in February. I'm like, okay, it's kind of, wrapping up a very long journey, but it's been an exciting one.
I love that. And Yahrah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I know even for your 50th birthday, you even did a little posting and you kind of did like your travels and stuff like that. I love that. Now, I'm sure, Yahrah, that came with like some planning. So like the year before, did you guys like plan it out? Like, did you know, okay, for my 50, we're going to do it big. This is what we're going to do. Tell us a little bit about that.
So what happened was I actually wasn't going to do anything for my actual 50th. Okay. Because South Africa was supposed to be the big 50th trip. I was doing with several friends on the trip. However, as I started to get closer to my 50th birthday, about 10 months out, my friends were like, you really aren't going to do anything on your actual 50th birthday. You're going to wait for South Africa, which is like 6-7 months later. I'm like, you know what? You're right. So my husband and I have had this laundry vacation wish list. And we looked at our vacation wish list and we created this a little bit prior to COVID, but during COVID, we just started adding to it. So then we looked at the list and we're like, okay, where should we go? And then Dubai was it. And we had wanted to go to Dubai in the next year or two. And so we wanted something exotic and something like one of a kind. And if I had anything, hi, Lachelle. If I had anything to say about Dubai, it is about luxury. It's about exotic. It's about being one of a kind. It was so awesome. And some people give it a bad rep because, you have to dress more modestly and so forth. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a problem with it. as long as you're not in booty jeans, or booty shorts walking around, the
Right,
American
right.
people, they're perfectly fine. I really
Uh-huh.
had no problems at all. So it was great.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your trip with us as well. Guys, if you're just joining us, I am super excited because Yahrah St. John is hanging out with us. And yes, guys, she has a new one. It is the 5th book in the 6 Gems series. Harry, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us. We have Caitlin that is coming and hanging out with us as well. Of course, you guys, y'all saw Lachelle. And Lachelle says she is celebrating the 50th as well. She loved the author t-shirt. We got Letitia hanging out with us. And of course, guys, if you have not done so already, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down and hang out with us at the cafe because Yahrah St. John is hanging out with us on today. Okay, now, Yahrah, we gonna get into this 6 Gems, what have you, the 5th book, going toe to toe. You know I love the title, but before we get into the titles, my friend, tell us a little bit about this cover. And I think, was it the book before this is when they kind of switched it to like the illustrated cover? Tell us a little bit about that and that journey, and what was your when you saw your final cover, what was that like for you too?
So, they were, turning off or shutting down the Desire line, which of course brought sadness to all of our hearts. But, they wanted me to, start and head up the Afterglow line. And one of the things they wanted to do with Afterglow books, to be a little bit longer, a little steamier, a little spicier, and you could write the gamut of whatever you wanted, within the contemporary. It could be LGBTQ. It could be, it was just all, a wide gamut. And so they wanted the covers to be, I guess, a little bit more current, not necessarily people on the cover. And these covers are, kind of what's, if you look in your bookstores and Barnes and Nobles and in your Kindle, it's kind of what you're seeing. And so I actually love the cover. I said I wanted her, she's a ballet, lyric, ballet dancer. And I knew I wanted her to kind of be in a ballet pose. And I absolutely loved, I totally thought the cover was amazing. And I love the Frenemy Fix Up as well. I have it. I do have it around here in my gift bag.
I love that.
Yes. If you guys don't have Frenemy Fix Up, that was book 4.
And it's available, guys. It is available.
And I love both covers.
I want to ask you this, because of course, we love illustrated covers and stuff like that too. And this cup, guys, once you read it, the cover just fits. And Yahrah, I have so much that I want to talk to you. I'm trying to keep it all together because it's so much in this book. This was such a fun book, Yahrah. But I mean, there was swoon, there's spice, but then I love like the seriousness and the reality part that you bring out of it, because there's some things on both of their ends where they are like vulnerable, especially on his end. I mean, just all this good stuff. We're going to get in that too. But before we do that, Yahrah, you got to talk about the title, my friend, going toe to toe, or what have you. Did you help with that title? Was it your original working title? Tell us about it.
It was, I actually said, I think it was something along the lines of toe to toe. And they added the word going. So I came up with toe to toe. And they were like, well, going toe to toe.
Going toe to toe. Yes.
I, definitely came up with the toe to toe part, and they just added the word going toe to toe with it.
But, and they definitely had some instances where they were going toe to toe. I love it. Now, Yahrah, we got to talk about this, my friend, because not only did you give us, the rivals to lovers, you have the ballerina representation, which I love that as well. I love things about the arts and all of that. And I love how you had the adoption representation in here. You dealt with, because even with her adoptive parents, of course, they were of a different race than her, different things, that she had to deal with, like growing up. I love the fact that he was a single dad, just coming from a different perspective. You gave us all the things. Tell us, what was that like? Did you know that going in, that you kind of wanted to throw some of these things in here? And you did a great balance, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I actually really knew from the beginning, with Frenemy Fix Up, I had to tweak that book a little bit, and it was my idea. I definitely knew she was going to be a yoga studio owner, and he was going to have a heart scare. But I kind of had to tweak that kind of 90-day fix thing. But going toe to toe, completely mine. I knew I wanted her to be biracial, having an identity crisis. I knew she was going to, try to be meeting her birth parents. I knew he was going to be a widower. And a single dad, and trying to, get over that. But I just, really had to delve deep, and go underneath the layers, and all their, the word I'm looking for, and of course it escapes me, but just going through their layers and finding all their insecurities and everything. That's the word I was looking for.
And like I said, even with doing that, and having those, because some of those things, it was like some hard conversations that they had to have, and even when you think about their past hurts and things that they had to deal with, and him being guarded, and all of those things, I definitely felt like it was a great balance in there, that even though there was some things that was just like real and raw, but then you balance it out. And then of course, I gotta talk about this, Yahrah. I love my meet cutes. And you gave us a double meet cute. For me, it's a bonus if there is a double meet cute.
Love that little hotel and the, mix up at the resort.
Yes, and that, I was like, oh my goodness. And then again, when they get back to Memphis, that little meet cute, it was like an unexpected. I was just all here for it. I was so here for it as well. But tell us a little bit about that and what that was like to write both of the meet cutes, actually.
Oh, I really thought it, I really enjoyed writing it. I had a lot of fun with this book. I really did. I felt like Lyric was a very, compassionate, empathetic character.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she was maybe the most of the 6 gems, and dealing with, losing her passion, and after, to be a ballerina and not being able to be a principal dancer. I did a lot of research learning about Misty Copeland. I read, her book. I was watching her documentary on I think it was Amazon Prime. So I really enjoyed kind of researching that element. And it was really great, as I had a very dear friend of mine who actually used to be a ballerina, owned her own ballet studio, and was able to give me a lot of good feedback. I mean, she literally gave me a list of phrases and things, and dance, making sure I got, the dance etiquette correct.
So yes, I love that. Well, you did it, girl. You did it, my friend. And Sharon, I'm with you, Sharon. She said the resort was the perfect mix-up. Yes, it was. I love that as well.
It was quite spicy. Then, I know it's a little spicier than I, sometimes.
Okay, Yahrah. And see, I wonder where Tiffany is, because I said, oh, okay. We still in chapter 2. Oh, this is what we're doing, Yahrah. Okay.
Desire, they would kind of limit you, and you were just like, oh, maybe 2, 3. But here I could just go all out.
Like, we getting it real early, but okay, I love it.
Yeah, I knew I started really hot.
I love how they were like checking each other out, but then and in her mind, it was like, she was like, no, I want this villa, and he was like, I want this villa, and then for him to come up with it, and she was like, well, I mean, I could say no, but do I really want to just be in a regular room? Like, no.
She was checking him out, She saw him on the plane. She was like, yeah.
I love it. And we have author Sharon Blunt that's joining us. Thank you so much, Sharon, for joining us as well. Myra Cook wanted you to know that she loved your books, and she is getting this one as well. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with award-winning author Yahrah St. John on today, guys. It's the new one. It's the 5th book in the 6 Gems series. As you can see, available in print, available in ebook as well. Going toe to toe. Now, Yahrah, you shared a little bit with us about like your research for this book, and if you can kind of go into just a little bit more. You said that as far as like the dance side of it, that you research, you watched the documentary, all of that good stuff. Also, did you do any research for like the adoption representation, all that stuff too? Tell us a little about the research for this book.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely did a lot on the ballerina side. I absolutely, it's so funny, very similar to Consequences of Passion when I did that series. I knew nothing about football. I didn't know anything about being a ballerina, anything the last book about being, I hadn't even done yoga. But
Okay.
but yeah, and then I also, talked to someone who has been adopted, and
Mm.
she wasn't, she wasn't raised by biracial parents, but she was adopted. So
Okay.
I wanted to get that feedback from her on what it was
Mm-hmm.
like, and whether she met her birth parents. So I do think that was important, and I just kind of wanted to hit those notes, and I wanted to show maybe things don't always go your way. The birth mother, she didn't have the best experience, but then her
Right.
father really was interested in getting to know her.
Yeah.
Didn't even know she had existed. So I
Yeah.
wanted to give both sides, because nothing in life is ever going to go perfectly, and
Mhm.
so I wanted to show that juxtaposition. So I thought that was really important.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Yahrah. And that's one of the things that I appreciate you as an author, that in your books that you do the research and you make sure that you're getting it, that you get it right, in the book, that it is real, and that someone can connect to these characters, because you never know who out there can actually relate to some of the situations that these individuals that they're going through. And then even with that, they're finding love. I love that. She's giving us the romance. And of course, in Yahrah St. John fashion, y'all, you get the swoon. Okay. There is some moments in here where you get the swoon. Okay. And y'all know I'm all here for the swoon. So Yahrah, you get the meet cute, you get a double meet cute, and you get some swoon. I love it. I love it. Now, Yahrah, let's talk about these characters a little bit, my friends. So I want to ask
Absolutely.
you this
Let's go in.
first. Even though some of the characters are returning, because you have the gems or what have you, they make their appearance as well. But for this one, going toe to toe, what came first? Was it the extra characters that you had to add in there, or was it the plot and the storyline for this story?
It was definitely the plot and
Oh,
storyline came first.
okay.
As I said, I wanted her to, be adopted and be raised by a biracial,
Okay.
uh, a family other than her race. And
Yeah.
so, that was really important to me. And then afterward, it was like pulling in the characters. But when you're at
Ooh.
book 5, let me tell you, I had to go back to the other books. I'm pulling up Frenemy. I'm pulling up Her Secret Billionaire. I'm pulling up Her Best Friend's Brother. I'm pulling up all books. I'm like, what did I say? How did they
Right,
look?
right.
Where are we at in the story? And so I wanted to show, to kind of, remind everybody the 6 gems that they fell in love with. Hi, Antoinette.
Yeah.
And just kind of give them a sneak peek into their lives and to what's happening, with each of them. And
Uh-huh.
so, you get to see that, in each book, that, there's a little bit. And I wanted to show
Yeah.
Tegan. You hadn't seen Tegan yet. So, okay, well, I'm giving you a sneak peek that here's your last 6 gem coming up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. And that's one of the cool things that I like, that they, even with all of your series that you do too, that, like, say for example, if a person just so happened to like come in the middle, you kind of bring
correct.
them up to speed where they're not feeling lost or what have you. Now Cheryl, that's a loaded question. Yahrah may want to answer, or I may let the readers put in the comments, because let me just tell
Maybe
you,
you
you
guys should put in the
cannot,
comments
so
when you
you
reach
cannot
49.
go wrong with a Yahrah
That,
St. John book.
that
So
is
readers,
tough.
help Yahrah out. Tell Cheryl what series should she start with or what have you, because we are all Yahrah St. John fans. Which, Yahrah, this is a sidebar.
Yes.
I actually came across. It came up on my Kindle. It's the
Yeah.
book where it was the twins and they switched places.
Oh, yes. Entangled Hearts. Yes.
Woo, child, listen. Okay, y'all, let me tell you, I read book 1 and 2 back to back. Yahrah does her. I was like, wait, how did I not know about this Yahrah St. John series?
That's a
But it came on
whole
my
7
Kindle.
book series that I did.
Yahrah,
That I
listen,
kind of
you
self-pub
did your
all
good
of my
writing,
own.
child. I fell in love. I was like on the edge of my seat. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm gonna need you to go read that one. Okay, I know we talk about go toe to toe, but let me tell you, Yahrah, I was like, oh my God, how did I not know about this Yahrah series?
So, LaShawn, you're asking, should this series be read in order? Ideally, yes. I would say to read the book in order. I do have all of them with me, of course. So,
Y'all take notes.
got
She's gonna show you all the books in the series.
her best. This is Six Gems, book one. Her best friend's brother. I shared a cover with Brenda, the incomparable Brenda Jackson. So her Secret Billionaire is book two. Her One Night Consequence. This is the cover for One Night Consequence, book three. Frenemy Fix Up, book four, and book five. Going toe to toe. But yes, I do read them in order. But as Angela said, if you do happen to catch one out of order, I do try to catch you up in every book on where you're at with each 6 gems.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Helen said, oh my Angela, you talking about my favorite theme now. Helen, honey, with Helen, I'm gonna have to tell you that series as well. But again, I love it. Kara has a question. She said, how long does it take you to write your stories typically?
I would say it takes me about 2 months. Yeah.
Okay.
To get a rough and dirty draft. Now, after that, I've got to polish it and make it shine. And so it usually takes me another month or so to edit after that. And then, of course, I send it away to the editor, and then they've got to, do the developmental edit and the copy edit and the proofreading. So I may not see it for a few months, and then it comes back to me, and then I go through those steps. And so then I think the whole process, all in all, can take somewhere of 6 to 9 months, depending on, the publisher.
Wow. Well, y'all are asking great questions. And of course, guys, we will be sharing with you how you can stay connected with her. We're going to also share with you like her website, how you can go and see her backlist, all of that good stuff as well. But let me tell you, once you grab a Yahrah St. John book, you would definitely be a fan as well. And of course, Yahrah, they are showing you love in the comment section. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with an author fave, Yahrah St. John, talking about her new release, Going Toe to Toe. We will just be sharing with you in just a little bit. Y'all know Yahrah's going to read a little short snippet for you guys. But before she do that, we'll also just ask her a few more questions about these characters. So, okay, Yahrah. So you told us that the plot came first. And of course, y'all, Lyric, she is one of the gems of what have you. So of course, I'm going to leave her for last for Yahrah to tell us a little bit about her. But please tell us about Devin, honey. Devin, y'all, let me just tell you, Devin, he more than eye candy, okay? Tell us a little bit about Devin.
Devin Masters.
And Yahrah, I want you to know, Devin be pulling at the heartstrings. Devin be pulling at the heartstrings, Yahrah.
Oh, he's a single dad, and his wife who passed away, ex-wife who passed away, didn't want to be a mom. So, he's always had to be that father figure.
Yeah.
And he had never felt like he truly felt like she was head over heels for him,
Yeah.
It's just more about, the physical and not, that emotional connection. And that's what I wanted him and Lyric to have. Yes, they have this amazing physical connection.
Yeah.
But I want the emotional too. And so, I had this I envisioned him. If you guys ever watch Young and the Restless, he plays like Nathan Hastings or something. And he is like a super, super sexy guy with like these dreamy bedroom eyes. And I'm going to find him on my phone. But yeah, I just had this idea of him in my head. But, he had a lot of hangups because of this, really bad marriage. And so I really wanted to get those shots. Oh, yeah. I mean, when he thought she was with her, having an affair with her dad, when he saw them at the airport, he's like, who's this?
When I was reading that, I was like, really, Devin? Like, really? Yahrah, I want you to see this message by Helen. Helen says, sounds like Miss Yahrah is about to be cutting into my football time this fall.
I hope so. There are a lot of great choices.
And Jennifer said we had Helen, we have let me see, everybody, y'all, they're giving us some good comments. ESP Presents said
so that's who I had in mind as Devin.
after a single father. Ooh, check out the eye candy, guys. I love it. I love it. We had someone that said they I think it may have been Jennifer Copeland. She loved a single parent books as well. Caitlin does as well. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, Yahrah, you got to tell us a little bit about Kiana. That's his daughter. And what was that like to write, when you write children into stories? And she's so precious, guys.
I really, I don't often write children in my books, but when I do, it like feels like they tug at your heartstrings. And I knew, that was going to be the connection with Lyric. And, she wanted to feel, a part of something, and she wanted a family. And so Kiana and that special relationship that they had as friends and as ballerinas, I knew that would play a big, big role. And it would just kind of tug at your heartstrings. And I really thoroughly enjoyed writing.
I love that. I love that. I like what Sharon spilled a little bit of tea, guys. She was like, Kiana was the cutest and laughed out loud when they thought they were sneaky with the sleepovers.
Yeah, that was.
I had a little bit of tea. We got a little bit of tea as well. And Helen,
kids are much smarter than we give them credit for. So that was a nice little there.
Yes. And Antoinette is giving Helen some scoop. She said, Helen, she has a series about a family that owns a team. Yes. Helen, that's also the book that has the longest book hangover. It starts with Consequences of Passion. Okay. I love it. Let's see, they're giving y'all a little more tea. They say it was funny when the daughters bust them out. Loved it. Okay, so guys, we also got to talk about Lyric. What can you tell us about Lyric's character? Because Lyric had her own things that she was battling as well.
Yeah, she was battling, wanting to get to know her birth, her birth parents, and being scared. Yeah. She had I loved her adoptive parents. They were so open and willing and willing to help her out and, support and champion her. And I really liked that. And I liked that. So she had these supportive adoptive parents, but yet she felt like there was this little place in her heart that she needed to know where she belonged, where she fit in. And growing up, in a predominantly white, community, also not knowing where she fit in when she didn't look like them. So that was important to her character. And then, of course, she was in a field being a ballerina that you don't see people who look like us. So, very much like a Misty Copeland. And so, I wanted to, hit that point and what it's like when, your dreams, change and, something happens, you've got to change your dream. And it's still pivot. Pivot and really, have something great in the next phase. Life. And so,
and I love how you incorporated that support of course, the gyms and like you said, the support of her adoptive parents as well was beautifully done, because again, she had a lot of like pressure based on, like you said, of how she grew up, how things were being in that field as well, where there weren't a lot of African American females in that ballerina field, as well too. And of course, guys, I know y'all are on the edge of your seat. Yahrah is going to share a little bit of going toe to toe. Yahrah, I will let you kind of set the tone, set the stage of what you was getting ready to read, and we are ready when you are, my friend.
All right. I was gonna. Okay. Do you want to go sexy or more tame?
Read us what you want. Yahrah asking you guys, Yahrah surprises. We just read it. We just ready to hear some goodness.
Okay. Here we go. I beg for Devin to fuck me, and he does. He eases forward and penetrates me with one deep, powerful thrust. A shocked gasp escapes my lips as I accept the awesome length of his dick. My vaginal muscles quickly stretch to accommodate him, but he's not moving. I can feel him pulsing inside me as he gives me time. His hand settles on my hips and he begins to move. He establishes a rhythm with steady strokes, and I move my hips against his, desperate for him to pick up the pace. Once again, just like in the ocean, I'm a wanting creature, clutching him, raking my nails over his back as he claims me with every stroke, his hardness against my softness. I cradle his face in my hands and suck on his tongue as pressure builds inside me. His hips move harder and faster and I can't hold on. I let out a helpless cry when one thrust hits all my sensitized nerve endings. I didn't know what it was I didn't know it was possible my body could explode with pleasure, but that's what it feels like. I sob his name as he sends me over the edge. I'm free falling, but Devin doesn't stop. He lifts my backside and pumps into me, making my orgasm go on and on. I can see the corded muscles of his neck and his shoulders straining as he throws his head back and releases a roar before collapsing on top of me. It's everything I didn't know I was missing out on. Devin has soothed away my old fears, my insecurities about my body. Now that I've had a taste of this pleasure, of what it means to feel beautiful and sexy, I want more. And I have all week to take it.
Ooh, child, did she give us some spice? Okay, honey, she gave us some spice. She gave y'all some spice, okay? And of course, guys, once you read the story, some of her reactions, it will make sense because she has some body images issues or what have you, just because of what was expected of her being a dancer and all those things as well. But as you can see, Devin, we're gonna leave it right there. Devin brought it out of her, okay? So she gave y'all a little steam on today as well. She left you on a little cliffhanger, so you got to find out what else took place in Aruba as well on their vacation, because they both went there separately. There is a mix-up with the room where they end up having to be in the same villa, and then we just gonna take it from there. But Yahrah, thank you so much, my friend, for sharing that with us. And of course, you know we got to play around of this or that, and you know the chat is going, wow, I'm not even gonna mess with y'all in the chat. Yahrah gonna go back and look at that.
I had an easy one and I had a steamy one.
Yahrah, I will tell you this. Helen said, woo, child. And we're gonna leave that as that. You got the fire bombs going in the chat as well, okay? Okay, so we're gonna play around with this and that. And Yahrah, we're gonna do a fall edition. Okay, Yahrah, it is fall time, my friend. Are you here for the flannel shirts? Are you here for sweater weather? Flannel or sweaters?
If I had a choice, sweater, but being in Orlando, it's shorts.
Look, Yahrah, so you don't have sweater weather in Florida or whatever.
Florida. But when I lived in Chicago, it was sweater weather, blazers, all of it.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, now Yahrah, are you pumpkin spice or apple cinnamon? Pumpkin spice or apple cinnamon?
Pumpkin spice. I love a good, Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. Love it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, now Yahrah, we are taking a fall trip, my friend. Are you going to the beach or are you taking it to the mountains?
Taking it to the mountains. I absolutely loved Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is where I came up for the idea for the 6 gyms in the mountains. So mountains.
I love that. And for you, Yahrah, in the fall time, is it apple cider or is it what's the oh Lord, it's apple cider or I'm gonna say hot chocolate, but that's not the one I had.
Love
apple cider or hot chocolate.
I would totally go for apple cider. Love apple cider.
Yahrah, this is the weird thing for me. I love apple juice, but you make it hot. I do not like apple cider.
Really?
I don't know. Something about when you make it hot, I don't know. And I've been trying to figure, like, I love apple pie. I love apple juice. But when you give me apple cider, I don't know. It's something about it being hot, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that is so funny. And
then Yahrah, for the people here. For the people here at the cafe, Yahrah, are you team tea or team coffee or team something stronger?
Team coffee. Love my coffee. I can't live without it. I have been drinking coffee since I was like 8 years old.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I love it. Where Yahrah, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the funny story to that is when I was little, my mom was like, oh, little kids aren't supposed to drink coffee. And I said, well, how about we negotiate this? Can I have like 1 cup a week? And so she would allow me 1 cup on Sundays that I would read with the Sunday comics while she read the Sunday paper.
Wow. Look, so Yahrah, you like the OG of drinking coffee, and then look, you even negotiated your coffee drinking.
I did.
I love that. Well, guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with Yahrah St. John, guys. She is hanging out with us, talking about her new release, Going Toe to Toe. It is a book of all the feels, guys. Let me just tell you, it is a book of all the feels you would definitely enjoy. And just in a little bit, Yahrah will be sharing with us how you can get your hands on a copy of it. But before she do, there is a giveaway, guys. I know what the giveaway is. I am super duper excited for Yahrah to share with you what her giveaway is going to be on this evening.
Yes, the giveaway is going to be in this Yahrah St. John tote bag, and it's going to be filled with the entire 6 gem series.
Woo!
All,
Oh my goodness, guys. Did
all
you hear
5
what Yahrah St. John said? Guys, you are getting a Yahrah St. John swag bag, and it's going to be filled with all 5 books of the 6 Gems series. Oh my goodness. Talk about a giveaway. Okay,
books.
Yahrah, you're responsible for this one. I'm just going to go up and down the comment section. You're going to tell me when to stop. And of course, guys, if you have been commenting, you are in the running for this amazing, amazing giveaway. Yahrah, let's see. I'm getting ready to get started. I am ready when you are, and you tell me when to stop.
Just
Yep, just
as
tell me
you're
when to
reading
stop.
through.
I'm
Okay.
going through.
Okay. All right. I'm seeing, yeah, awesome gift. I want that t-shirt. Oh, thank you. I actually got this from LaShonda. I ordered it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. LaShonda Hoffman. And stop.
Okay. Helen, girl, this your day. This your day. Helen, you get the prize bag. It is a Yahrah St. John's bag. In addition to her bag, you're going to get all the goodies of the books in the 6 Gems series, and it's 5 books. So I love that as well. If you will send me your information, we will get that over to Yahrah, and she will get you your books and goodies as well. So congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us on today. Now, Yahrah, please, my friend, share with us, what did you enjoy about bringing Lyric and Devin's story to life?
I just really enjoyed their, not just the spiciness of the story, but the depth of the characters. I think they had a lot of kind of backstory, a lot of, emotional trauma and issues they had to deal with to be able to, fall in love and to get to that finish line. And I like that it didn't come easy, so they had to work for it, and she made him work for it. And I loved bringing the 6 Gems, back and supporting each other. That sisterhood was always super important. It has been, because I have that sisterhood. I have, 5 amazing friends who support me. And so, I wanted that for Lyric.
Awesome. Guys, let me just tell you, you are in for a treat. It is Going Toe to Toe, and it is available, as you can see. It's available in ebook, and it's available in print, the copy that Yahrah has as well. So Yahrah, being available in those 2 formats, can you share with them how can they get their hands on a copy of it, my friend? And after that short snippet, they ready.
You can get a copy, you can order from my website or go on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart. They're at the usual, usual suspects for sure.
I love that. And guys, once you read it, I definitely leave a review. I know that Yahrah is going to be so appreciative of that as well. And Yahrah, please share with us, how can we stay connected with you?
You can stay connected at my website. That's yahrahstjohn.com, YAHRAHSTJOHN.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
I love that. And in addition to that, Yahrah, on your website, is there a newsletter that they can sign up for as well?
Yes, they absolutely. Thank you for that reminder, Angela. Yes, you can sign up for my newsletter. I do monthly newsletters, and you can get all the latest news and info about, any latest books coming up, and, the 6th book is coming up, and if you haven't seen it, the cover for Breakpoint is out on Amazon right now. So
I
it's going to
saw
be
it. Yeah, I was like, wait,
very in tone, with the illustrated cover. But I'm so excited, and that comes out February 2025. It's number 6 and the final book in the 6 Gem series, and my 50th book.
I love that. And that's so exciting. That is so exciting, Yahrah, that is going to be your 50th book as well. And so, guys, if you haven't already, get you a copy of Going Toe to Toe. Of course, Yahrah did go over the books in order. When you go online, you can actually see the order of the books as well. And trust me, check out her backlist as well with her other series, her other books. There is lots of Yahrah St. John books that you guys can enjoy. And Yahrah, my friend, I want to allow you to have the last words of what you want to say to the people.
I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. As always, it's so I'm so thankful that you take time out of your evening to join us. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all your support. December this year actually marks 20 years for me as a published author. So I couldn't do it without all of your support. And thank you to you, Angela, for having me here today.
I love it. And Yahrah, they are giving you love on your upcoming 50th book as well. And again, thank you so much, all of you guys, for joining us on today. It has been amazing hanging out with award-winning author Yahrah St. John and celebrating her new release, Going Toe to Toe. Guys, let me just tell you, tell a friend and tell a friend. Book clubs, let me tell you, great book club discussion material in Going Toe to Toe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. If you're not in a book club, just grab a buddy, do a buddy read as well. But definitely be sure to tell a friend and tell a friend. And like I said before, be sure to leave a review. I know that Yahrah St. John will be so appreciative of that as well. Well, guys, that is our show on today. The time goes by so fast. Yahrah, thank you for stopping by the cafe and talking about your new release as well. It has been amazing hanging out with you today. Guys, of course, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson YouTube. You can follow me on social media at Angela Anderson Presents as well. And of course, don't forget, I do have a new book that's out, The Power of I Am, 21 Days of Affirming You. It is available in ebook and print. I'll be sure to get you a copy of that as well. Well, Yahrah, we're going to tell the people what we always tell them. Have an amazing day, because you're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you later. Be sure to get a copy of Going Toe to Toe.
Bye, guys.